McGovern.
First of all, I just want to set the record straight about this rule. In this rule, House Republicans blocked over 1,000 amendments submitted to the Rules Committee. This rule blocks over three-quarters of amendments. Over 90% of Democratic amendments were blocked. More than 8 in 10 bipartisan amendments were blocked. Even members of the majority have a bad deal here. Nearly 60% of Republican amendments are being blocked. So that's what this rule is about. But I do have an amendment, Madam Chair. I move that the committee strike Section 14 of the rule, which provides that in the engrossment of H.R. 8800, the clerk shall add the text of the Save America Act as passed by the House. Madam Chair, it looks like the reason we had a recess and come back here is this section, which connects the SAVE Act to the NDAA before sending it to the Senate. Let's be clear. Let's be honest here. I think that the SAVE Act is an awful, awful, terrible bill. It's not about election security. It's about relitigating Donald Trump's loss in 2020. His feelings were hurt, so he had a meltdown. You guys keep saying we need this bill because our elections are not secure. Trump says the 2020 election was rigged. Many of you in this room won your elections in 2020. You were elected in that election. Was your election rigged? I mean, the SAVE Act is just insane, and you know it. Enough already. I mean, Trump won in 2024. Was that election rigged? I mean, I couldn't believe that people voted for him, so maybe it was rigged under his mindset. I also want to speak directly to Congresswoman Luna. And anyone who thinks that this scheme has accomplished anything, it has not. It's just been a big waste of time. So let me be clear. The Senate will just strip the SAVE Act out. They've already said that. Merging it with the NDAA bill doesn't prevent that. Nothing in this rule will prevent that. Hell, Leader Thune, 4 days ago, already filed cloture on the Senate's own version of the NDAA, and their version does not include the SAVE Act. There is a 0% chance SAVE ends up in the NDAA because of this rule today. So this is a cover your behind maneuver, if you will. And to my Republican colleagues who want this NDAA to advance, you should also reject this rule, because all you're doing by supporting this shell game is giving false hope to those like Representative Luna who think that this will do something down the line. It will not make a difference at all. And with that, I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. McGovern. Is there any further discussion on the amendment from Mr. McGovern? Hearing none, the question's on the amendment. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. No. In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it. The amendments.
A roll call, Madam Chair?
Mr. McGovern requests a roll call. The clerk will call the roll.
Mrs. Fishbach. No. Mrs. Fishbach, no. Mr. McGovern. Mr. Norman. Mr. Norman, no. Mr. Roy. Mrs. Houchin. Mr. Langworthy. Mr. Langworthy, no. Mr. Scott. No. Mr. Scott, no. Mr. Griffith. No. Mr. Griffith, no. Mr. Jack.
No.
Mr. Jack, no. Mr. McGovern.
Aye.
Mr. McGovern, aye. Ms. Scanlon. Aye. Ms. Scanlon, aye. Mr. Neguse. Mr. Neguse, aye. Ms. Ledger Fernandez. Ms. Ledger Fernandez, aye. Madam Chair.
No.
Madam Chair, no.
The clerk will report the total.
4 yeas, 7 nays.
The noes have it. The amendment's not agreed to. Is there further discussion on the motion?
Madam Chair, I have an amendment to the rule. I move the committee make an amendment to H.R. 8800 consisting of the text of Chairwoman Fox's Amendment 512 to the FY 2023 NDAA as adopted on the floor with appropriate conforming changes to create an Inspector General for the Office of Management and Budget to bring transparency and accountability to the agency. Last week, I asked my Republican colleagues what they would do to stop the Trump administration and his Office of Management and Budget from illegally transferring taxpayer funds that Congress appropriated for the Secret Service into a separate account in order to make security upgrades as part of the ballroom construction project. Republicans could not give me an answer. Well, I have an idea, and I would expect that my Republican colleagues would support this idea. In 2022, Chairwoman Fox submitted an amendment to the NDAA to create an Inspector General at the Office of the Management and Budget. Her amendment was made in order and subsequently passed on the House floor with both myself and Chairwoman Fox voting for it. Unfortunately, her thoughtful proposal never became law. But let's not give up hope. On her birthday, let's help her. Let's give her a gift. And I believe that a strong majority in the House would support this amendment. It was a good idea then. It's a good idea now. And I urge a yes vote on my motion to ensure that Chairwoman Fox's proposal gets an up or down vote on the floor, and I yield back.
The amendment proposed is completely outside the jurisdiction of the House Armed Services Committee and lacks an appropriate nexus to the Department of War. This amendment process is consistent with those of the last three defense authorizations. Any amendment made in order should be tightly wound to our national security and the appropriate jurisdiction in the House. Clever try.
Well, but didn't you offer it to the NDAA in the past, and it was made in order?
Not under Democrat control.
Well, I mean, look at how nice we are. I think it's a good idea. I urge you, yes.
Nice try, McGovern.
So I urge a yes vote.
Is there further discussion on the amendment? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. No. In the opinion of the chair, noes have it.
I ask for a roll call.
Mr. McGovern requests a roll call vote. The clerk will call the roll.
Mrs. Fishbach? No. Mrs. Fishbach, no. Mr. Norman?
No.
Mr. Norman, no. Mr. Roy? Mrs. Houchin? Mr. Langworthy? No. Mr. Langworthy, no. Mr. Scott? No. Mr. Scott, no. Mr. Griffith? No. Mr. Griffith, no. Mr. Jack?
No.
Mr. Jack, no. Mr. McGovern?
Aye.
Mr. McGovern, aye. Ms. Scanlon? Aye. Ms. Scanlon, aye. Mr. Neguse? Mr. Neguse, aye. Ms. Ledger Fernandez? Aye. Ms. Ledger Fernandez, aye. Madam Chair?
No.
Madam Chair, no.
Clerk will report the total.
4 yeas, 7 nays.
The noes have it. The amendment's not agreed to.
I have another amendment to the rule. I move the committee add a new section to the rule providing immediate consideration of H.R. 7120, the bipartisan Purple Heart Freedom to Work Act, introduced by Representatives Scott and Panetta, under a closed rule, debatable for 1 hour, equally divided between the chair and ranking member of the Committee on Ways and Means. This bill would modify certain rules under the Social Security Disability Insurance Program to help combat disabled Purple Heart veterans who want to return to work. My Republican colleagues have pointed to the Purple Heart Freedom to Work Act as an example of what could be tested if we reauthorize the Social Security Disability Insurance Demonstration Authority. But if both Democrats and Republicans support this specific proposal to help Purple Heart veterans, why aren't my Republican colleagues putting it in their bill or putting it on the floor for a vote? And I urge a yes vote on this motion